Hello everyone, welcome to Skillsville Training YouTube channel. Myself Mohammad Zubair and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro really fast. So the topic of today's video is Google Calendar full tutorial for beginners. So without any further ado, let's get started. Well, Google Calendar is a very powerful yet simple tool that you can use for a lot of purposes. Not only that, you can attach other Google apps with your calendar to increase your productivity, like you can use Google Meet, your Gmail, Google Contacts, etc. with your Google Calendar, and you can link them with each other. And obviously, it will increase your productivity. Now, first of all, I'll show you that how you can access your Google Calendar. Make sure you are signed in with your Google account into your Google Chrome. After that, click on this Google Apps button. From here, you can access your Google Calendar as you can see in here. Let's see how Google Calendar looks like and how it works. Well, as you can see, here we have the calendar for the month of April 2022, and here we have the detailed view of our April month. But in terms of view, at the moment we can only see 4 days in here. To change this view, go to this section. From here, click on drop down arrow, and here you have different choices. Like you can see single day, or you can go for week, month, year, and you can also go with the 4 days view. I'll go with the month, so I'll just click on this option, and here I have my Google Calendar with month view. So this is how you can have different views for your Google Calendar. Now let's explain some of the things that are basic and are necessary for our Google Calendar in here. Well, as we have talked about different views of our Google Calendar, here we also have one option. If you just click on any of the date and you drag your mouse towards any direction, let's say I drag from 5 to 8, and now I'll have 4 days view. Let's say you want to have 5 days view. Just drag it onto 5 dates and you will have 5 days views onto your Google Calendar. So this is how it works. Other than that, here you have your main menu. So just click on it, it will close this bar, just like this one. And now we have our Google Calendar on our whole screen. I will just again click on this one, and here we have some of the calendars that belongs to us. And then we have some other calendars that come by default in your Google Calendar, and you can set them and you can access them very easily. Other than that, you have your settings, you have a search icon in here, and you have a lot of other features. I will explain them one by one. First of all, I'll start with search for people feature. Well, if you just click on this search area, here it will allow you to search for different peoples that are available in your Google Calendar. Let's say I write an email address and I want to see if I have a connection with that person or not. Here I have just entered the email address, and here it says calendar cannot be shown because that particular person has not shared his calendar with me. If he has done so, I would have been able to see his calendar, I would have been able to see his events, his tasks, and all the schedules and reminders that he had set for his Google Calendar. And with the help of this feature, I would have all that information over here. Now I'll talk about having different calendar. Here you can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 calendars, and all of these 5 calendars have different information. For example, if I go to my office calendar, I will just click on it. This is my office calendar. Let me go back to my month view for my calendar. I'll just change it. Here you can see I have different events and I have different things that I have set for my office calendar. So this is how you can access your different calendar. But now I'll show you that how you can use more than one calendar at once. For that purpose, just check the checkbox of those calendars that you want to see together. I'll just click on my first one, and now I have information of these two calendars. So now if you have any event in your first calendar which says Mohammad Zubair, it will show you all the information along with office calendar. Well, now I will just uncheck my office calendar, Here you can see I only have information from my first calendar. I will just check it again, and now I have information from my office calendar as well. So this is how you can have more than one calendar working for you at a time. Let's say now you want to delete a particular calendar from your account. For that purpose, just hover over to any of your calendar that you want to delete. For example, birthday and office, these two calendars were created by me, and I can only delete these two. As you can see, we do not have cross sign with this calendar, with my reminders and with my tasks. So now to unsubscribe or delete this calendar, just click on this cross button and it will remove it. As you can see, we do not have it here. I will undo this because I need it later in this video. So as we are into our month view for our calendar, what if you want to see next or previous month? You have two ways. Either you can go with yearly mode for your view, or you can just click on this arrow button. As you can see, now we have April, we have May, we have June, but it is not appearing in here. For that purpose, click on these arrows. Just click here, it will take you to the next month. Again click on it, again it will take you to the next month, and this is how you can access different months in your Google Calendar. I'll go back, so I'll just click on today and it will take me back to my default view for my Google Calendar. Now I'll talk about this search tool, or you can say this search feature. If you just click on it, you can search for any event or any task or any reminder that you have in your Google Calendar. Let's say I want to search if I have any medical appointment in this month. So for that purpose, I will just write here medical appointment, and now if I hit enter, here you can see I have a medical appointment on to 6 April. So this is how you can search for a particular event or task or even a reminder. Now I'll show you that how you can add different event or how you can create an event. For that purpose, either just click on any of the date. For example, I want to create an event for my 7th date. So I'll just click on it. So here you can see it has opened a small window for me. I can name it anything. Let's say I want to name it as office dinner. Then you have an option, either you want to keep it as event or task. Because if you go with task, you will have other information and other option to go with. I'll talk about it later. I'll go with event, and here we have a date. Obviously, I want it to be on 7th of April. Then you can add a time for it as well. So I'll just set a time. I want it to be after 7 p.m. So that is why I'll select 7:30 to 8:30. That is enough for me. After that, here it says all day. No, because I only want to go there for 1 hour. After that, here you have your time zone that you can set. Let's say I'm going to meet someone who is not my country and has different time zone. So for that purpose, you can select your time zone and you can set if you want to repeat it or not. Then you can find a time for the repetition of it as well. And then you can add the guest for this meeting or for this reminder as well. For example, if I add guest in here, that guest will receive the notification of this event as well. So let's say I want to make this user as a guest of this event. And now this user will receive an email with this invitation. And in case if this person accepts that event, we will have a tick mark in here that will indicate that this person is ready and has accepted our invitation. Let's say I want to conduct this event online. And for that purpose, we can directly create Google Meet link in here and you will have a notification about that as well. And in case if you do not want to have your Google Meet or Google Meeting, just click on this cross sign. And after that, you can add a location here as well. So these were some of the options that you can go with. And at the end, just click on these more options. It will allow you to have more things to do. As you can see, it has opened a complete detail window in front of me. Well, there is one more way how we can open this window. I will just click on save to get out of this. And now if I double click on this 7 date, it will open that detail window. From here, you can set if this meeting to be free or busy, and you can set the visibility as well. Let's say you want this meeting to be private, so that you can go with this option. And if you want this event to be public, you can go with this option as well. After that, you can select different attachments, like you want to add some pictures for reference or video of a restaurant or any other thing, you can do so here as well. So this is how you can create different events in your Google Calendar. Now I'll show you that how you can add different tasks. For that purpose, I'll just click on this 8 date, and from here this time I'll go with my task. And as you can see here, I only have limited options in here. So you can add different tasks in here and you will have all the information in your add description, and you can have your task in here as well. I'll just get out of this, and that was all about events and tasks. Let's say this event got cancelled, that was office dinner, and have been shifted to next week. Now, either you can delete this event and create a new one for your next week, or there is one more way, and that is just click on this event and drag it to your next week. This is how it will work. So I will just click on send in here, and now as you can see, this event have been shifted to next week. Now, as you can see, we have a small window or small section in here. Basically, from here you can do different things, like you can attach your Google Keep, you can go with your task, you can have your Google Contact, you have your maps, and you can add different other tools of Google as well in here. In case if you want to hide this panel, just click on this arrow and it will hide it. Now I'll show you that how you can subscribe to new calendars that are already available in here. Let's say you want to follow a calendar of some sport. For that purpose, here it says other calendars. Just click on this plus icon. From here, click on browse calendars of interest. It will show you different options that you can go with. For example, in case if you want to have a calendar for global religious holidays, you can select a religion from in here and you will have different options. Let's say I want to follow sports. I'll go with my baseball and it will show me different leagues available in here. I'll go with first one. If I just click on this one, here I have different teams that I can follow. Let's go with Chicago Cubs. I'll just click on this one, and here you can see we have Chicago Cubs calendar available in here. I'll just get out of this one, and now if I uncheck all other calendars and I only want to see the Chicago Cubs, here you can see we have all the information, events and tasks of this particular club. So this is how you can subscribe to a particular calendar in your Google Calendar. If you again click on this plus sign, from here you can subscribe to calendar. It means, let's say you have different people working for you and you want to subscribe and access their calendar. For that purpose, just search for their name or their email address, and then you will be able to access their calendars. I'll just go back one more time, and now if I again click on this plus icon, from here I can create a new calendar or I can import one as well. If I can import, so there must be an option to export this calendar. Well, yes, we do have that option. For that purpose, we have to go to the settings of our Google Calendar. To go to the settings, click on this gear icon, and from here click on settings. Well, these are the different settings that we can go with. Here we have language and region, then we have time zone, we have world clock, we can have different settings related to our events, we have notifications and many more. I was talking about import and export. If you just click on this option, from here you can export your calendars and it will download a zip file. So I will just click on this export button, and here it has created a zip file for me. And as I have exported this calendar, I can also import some other calendars in same way. For that purpose, I'll just go back to my settings, and from here I'll go back to my calendar, and from here I'll just click on this plus sign and click on import. So from here I can import different calendars into my Google Calendars. So this is how you can use your Google Calendar and its different features. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope now that you must have learned a lot of new things about Google Calendar and its different features. If that is the case, please leave a like, subscribe and press the bell icon. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.